Yo, this is getting really crazy. So, MCU Direct is reporting that Dr. Octopus actor Alfred Molina, the guy who played Dr. Otto Octavius, aka Dr. Octopus, in Sam Raimi's Spider-Man 2, has been filming scenes for Marvel Studios' upcoming MCU Spider-Man 3. Now, also remember that Jamie Foxx as Electro is shooting scenes for this film as well. And we've heard all kinds of crazy rumors and speculation that Andrew Garfield and Tobey Maguire are going to be in the MCU Spider-Man 3. Now, it's pretty obvious to what's going on. Unless all of these reports are all hoaxes, which I doubt, there's going to be a Spider-Verse level event going on in the MCU Spider-Man 3 film. It's going to happen. You've got 3 Spider-Men, Tobey Maguire, Andrew Garfield. Sorry about that, I had to cough. So, Tobey Maguire, Andrew Garfield, and Tom Holland are all portraying Peter Parker. That's the rumor in this Spider-Man 3. We know, and I've talked about this before, that the Doctor Strange film and WandaVerse will delve into the multiverse. Same thing with the rumored Loki show coming to Disney Plus next year. And it looks like they're actually going to take, and this is of course with Sony's permission, because they're the ones producing the film, really. MCU is just kind of helping out. They're going to take the different Spider-Verses. We might even see Venom. Think about this. If this is all true, we might even see Venom or other characters pop up in this film. We're going to get a possible live action Into the Spider-Verse type of thing. It won't quite be like the animated film, but this, if you ask me, as a fan of Spider-Man and as a fan of the Spider-Man films, most of them, they're not all good. I feel like this is like an Avengers level event here. I feel like Spider-Man 3 is going to be an Avengers level event. If they really are going to pull this off, this is going to do $1 billion. This will be $1 billion film. Easily. Easily. Dude, if Far From Home was $1 billion, this one could be looking at $1.2 billion, $1.5 billion, you know, depending on what happens with the pandemic and whatnot. This is a real major deal. Now, about Alfred Molina as Doc Ock. First of all, Spider-Man 2 is a good movie. A lot of people have said that is their favorite Spider-Man film of all time, and I cannot blame them. Spider-Man 2 is a ride. And it's funny because I have a love-hate relationship with that film. When I first saw it, I liked it. Then the second time I saw it, I didn't think it was that good. But then after some time went by and I watched it again, like, you know, maybe 5-6 years after it came out, I really appreciated it. And I think the big reason as to why is because of Alfred Molina. To me, Alfred Molina is the MVP of this film. His portrayal of Doc Ock, the way that he sort of had this sympathetic Doc Ock, which was the comic book Doc Ock, which was much more of a prick, right? This Doc Ock is sympathetic. This one, like the way his portrayal was, his acting, his facial inflections, his delivery. I mean, we're talking about a serious alpha trained actor here, obviously. This guy's a legend. But in that movie, I mean, he really brought that sort of thespian, high-level acting performance to that film. And to me, even before the MCU existed, having Alfred Molina play a character in a comic book film is a big deal. And if you understand the guy's credit as an actor. And so to me, he was the best part of Spider-Man 2. Sam Raimi's Spider-Man 2. And the fact that Sam Raimi is going to be working on the Multiverse of Madness film, Doctor Strange 2, he's probably going to be involved in this movie. And wouldn't it be a cool, like, smile and thank you to Sam Raimi and to the fans to have him maybe co-direct or maybe just direct a scene with Tobey Maguire one more time? We never got Spider-Man 2. We never got Spider-Man 4 with the Lizard. We never got, which was the plan was, I think, was the Lizard, yeah. We never got, or Craven, one of those two. We never got, like, the Sam Raimi real Spider-Man 3. And people feel like Sam Raimi's Spider-Man 3, the one that came out in 2007, was a big letdown, and it kind of was, and really did not leave that franchise on a high note. We had to reboot it with the Amazing Spider-Man films. But having him come back and kind of get one more shot at directing, even if it's one scene, is a beautiful, poetic sort of thing. And I really have a big smile on my face thinking about it. So if this is true, if Alfred Molina is going to be coming back, he's obviously going to play Doc Ock. So it sounds to me like they're going to do some kind of multiverse crossover where you'll have Doc Ock and Spider-Man, you'll have Electro and the Andrew Garfield Spider-Man, then you'll have the Tom Holland Spider-Man and whomever is going to play the villain in that film. We don't even know who the villain is for the MCU for that. It could be anybody, right? But, I mean, I'm telling you, this is going to be a serious Avengers level event. This is going to be a big movie event when it comes out. Like, if that's what they're going to do. Because this is like unprecedented for them to take the different universes that luckily Sony owns everything, and if they're working with Marvel on this one, and to combine them into this huge epic film. It could be a 3-hour movie, or at least 2.5 hours. Well, most movies nowadays are 2.5 hours. It could really be like, if we don't get an Avengers movie for Phase 4, Spider-Man could be like the capstone film. It could be like the movie that is going to be the sort of taking the place of the Avengers film. Like, this is the big movie. And by having all of these other Spider-Men and villains from other universes make crossovers, we don't even have to have an MCU version of Doc Ock or an MCU version of Electro. We've already got the crossovers going. Dude, it would be amazing. It would be, I mean, it's like a Spider-Man fan's wet dream. And think about this. We're going to have an Into the Spider-Verse 2. We're going to have another Spider-Verse movie come out at some point. It's being worked on. So, and then don't forget how hot Miles Morales is right now. So, Spider-Man is on fire, and I don't think that's going to end anytime soon, yo. I think the rise of Spider-Man being the top superhero is going to be happening again. Obviously, Batman's there, and, you know, the Avengers, a lot of them, but there's a lot of positivity going on right now with Spider-Man, and I, for one, am excited. What do you think? Let me know in the comments. And, yeah, let's see what happens. We'll talk soon.